Hello, Dave Simpson here from the band Red Giant. Welcome to another gig vlog video. Tonight's gig, should I say, is at the Flying Circus in Newark. Flying Circus has been a venue we've played at for years and years and years, and we love playing there. It's just one of those venues. Tony, the guy who runs it, has always been extremely supportive of the band and us, and always really helped us like loads. So we always really look forward to playing there. It's one of those places that, like, we'll always play. No matter kind of what happens, we'll always play the Flying Circus for as long as we can play live, kind of thing. Because, we just love it. And again, Tony there is just ace, and the venue's ace, and it's really cool. So really looking forward to it. So just before we get going on it, just bearing in mind there won't be any live footage in this video. If you want live footage, you need to come and see us live. I've just absolutely wrecked my shoulder there and put it into a weird position. That's better. Yeah, so if you want a live footage, you have to come see us live. There will be footage of sound check, and I'll show you the venue, and I'll do some bits and pieces, kind of like, behind the scenesy kind of stuff. But there won't be any live footage of a gig. Like I say, you want to see us live, come see us live. But honest, we'll make it worth your while, I promise. These gig vlogs are they're more going to be about kind of like behind the scenes stuff, not the live footage, just kind of get into the venue, kind of all stuff that goes into it, setting up, kind of sound check and stuff like that, and stuff like that really. So anyway, let's go. Cooking with Dave. That was really bad. We're doing Dave's patent, not patent pending, no, copyrighted fajita chicken for my tea. Here's one for you. Where you're from, is it tea or dinner? Because where I am up north, in Lincolnshire, we have breakfast, dinner and tea. Or where you're from, is it breakfast, lunch and dinner? Let me know, comment section below, because I'm having tea. Cook, you villain! There's not many better smells in the world than fried onions. There really isn't. Okay, fed and watered, everything's loaded in the van. Gonna get off in about 5 minutes. My sister's coming along with me tonight to keep me company, which would be nice. To control that, basically. But it should be cool. And here's a bit of a random tip for singers, performers in general, but mainly singers. And I learnt this off Maynard from Tool, because I know him personally, of course. I wish. Anyway, no, I learned it from a Rick Beato little interview he did with Maynard. Maynard said he would always eat about between 3 and 4 in the afternoon. That way you're not compromising your performance, your food's settled, you're not in any risk of kind of getting acid reflux or anything like that before you play at 8 o'clock. And I thought, I'm going to give that a go, see if it works. And it proper works. So, I tend to... I eat very early on gig days, and then I eat again when I get home at whatever hour that is in the morning. It shouldn't be too bad tonight, but sometimes either way. But yeah, I don't eat anything massive. I'm not, I don't really have an appetite at this point in time in my life anyway, so it doesn't really matter about that. But yeah, so anyway, pro tip from Tool pro tip from Maynard from Tool. Tool from Maynard. Let's go. Just thought I'd show you in the van where everything is. So we've got the Marshall MOSFET tonight. Thinking of using it, but I'm terrified of how loud it is, because we do have to watch our volume in the Flying Circus, just because. But the MOSFET doesn't really do subtle. It doesn't really do quiet. But I've got the Red Giant amp here. If I bottle it, bag of joy and joyness and treats and fun. So 2 guitars, got the Chapman and the 59, main pedal board, battered up Marshall cab, I think this is rapidly becoming my favourite cab, even over my JCM 900. And I've got my spare pedal board back there, just in case. And anything else I might need is already in here. So, let's go out to the gig now.
Oh, nice. Like a Tetris. Well, it is Tetris.
Come on, John Joe. You've got to keep up with the Tetris. You might not be able to see me very well because I'm in a very dark room. Coincidentally, this is the room we're going to be doing the album launch in October. So, yeah, you can't see it at this point in time. So we just finished the first set. Went really, really well. It's tough playing these songs, man. Not from a technical standpoint, from an emotional standpoint. It's really tough playing these songs. It's funny. I always tell people to write music about stuff they know. And I think it's important to do that. I think there is catharsis in it. But at the same time, God, it hurts. Anyway, first set was great though. Really enjoying it so far. Crowd, it's going down really well with the crowd, which is great. It's warm, man. It's hot down there. I might have to lose the Red Giant t-shirt. I can't wear a t-shirt for certain reasons. But yeah, it's going all right. See you after the gig. Are you ready? Yeah. Red! Yeah. Louder than that. Red! Yeah. And you can do one more louder than that. Come on, red! Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. We will do one more for you now.
Is that your car or you borrowing it?
This is John Joe's new car.
Ooh.
He doesn't know how to pack yet.
Might not be keeping it because it keeps breaking down.
Oh no.
What happened to the old one?
I've still got it for now.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at it. Let's size it up.
Other option.
Don't show me the number plates, I'll have a text.
I won't, don't worry. Let's just show the number plate really quick. Nice car.
Look how sweaty my back is.
Oh, that shows it pretty well.
That's beautiful.
It's pretty damp.
That's pretty damp, yeah. Yeah.
It's
I
pretty
could,
good
I could
moisture
grow
level.
watercress on
Playing
that.
in Red Giant is my cardio.
It's my curse. I want this badger, but he's a bit expensive. Look at his little face. How could you not love that?
Hello there. I did say, didn't I, that I wasn't going to put any live footage in, but that footage of Kira was too good to put in, I thought, so had to put a little bit in. Anyway, there you go. That's our second gig vlog on the channel now. More to come. Obviously, every gig we do, I will vlog it as much as I can. Some videos might be shorter than others, depending. Like the next gig we've got is Newbury. We're playing a festival in Newbury, and it's just going to be the three of us. So I'm not going to have my sister there to help film it or anything like that. So the footage on that one might be a little bit more sparse. So that the next gig vlog might be a bit shorter, but I'll get what I can for you. But I hope you enjoyed this video. As for the gig, it was great. It was tough, like mentally extraordinarily tough. I've played some tough gigs mentally in my life, but last night took the biscuit. It really did. There was points where I was falling apart faster than I could put myself back together, but luckily John, Joe and Kira were able to carry me and keep me afloat, you know, and the crowd as well, who were amazing. The crowd were absolutely fantastic, as you saw. You know, just interactive. They gave energy to keep us going. It was absolutely amazing. It really was. Like I say, the main trouble I had was looking to my left, and that's not because of Kira. That's because of who used to stand there. And it was messing with me the whole night, and it really, really hit me hard. And wasn't fun, but got through it, and we got to the end, and it was an amazing night, and just, yeah, brilliant. And thanks so much to everyone who came out to the gig. Thank you so much indeed. Like, we cannot even begin to describe how much it means to us when people come out and see us. It's amazing. It really is. We are so grateful and honoured by your presence every gig. And again, you know, our gigs are never the same. You know, we had some people come up. I had some people come up to me last night saying they'd seen us like 5 or 6 times, and they said every gig you do is different. Like, you know, something happens different, and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, that's the idea. You know, live should be an experience. It shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't be like listening to the CD. It should be different. You know, things should change. Songs should extend. Solos are slightly different. Vocals are slightly different. Everyone's playing things just ever so slightly different. You know, because it makes it unique to that point, which is the whole point of a live performance. I've never understood the point of everything being the same live. You want things to be slightly off. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you might as well just listen to the CD, you know what I mean? Anyway, or record. Anyway, yeah, massive thanks to the Flying Circus as well, Tony and everyone at Flying Circus. Again, awesome, welcoming people. Amazing venue. There isn't many venues like that left, and it needs to be looked after, cherished, and protected at all costs. And again, can't wait to go back there again on the 18th of October for the album launch. October 18th, Flying Circus, Newark, free entry. You don't have to pay, no tickets, none of that. You just turn up and we'll be there. Like I say, we'll be selling merch that night as well. There'll be stuff we'll be selling after the gig. There'll be a meet and greet as well. Like, you know, we'll say hello and all that kind of thing. And yeah, looking forward to that one. Looking forward to the next ones as well. So, sound was great as well last night. It was really, really good. Like, you know, we could hear everything really well and perform really nicely. Kira just slotted in perfectly. Like, she really, like, absolutely nailed, like, the bass parts and everything like that. It was just, like, it was so comfortable. You know, there was never any point where you kind of, like, because we've only had one rehearsal before the gig. We've only ever had one rehearsal. And, you know, it was tight, it was together, it was organised, and it was like, you know, and everything where it went off on one, you know, it was just everyone. We were just. It was just a unit again. You know what I mean? It just worked really well, and like there was no issues at all. Like you know, backing vocals were spot on. John Joe's drumming was just outrageous as usual. You know, it was just amazing. It really was. It was great. It really, really good fun. And like I say, for me, it was weird because I enjoyed it, but I was tortured by it all at the same time. So it was like a double whammy thing. But everyone there loved it. And the one thing, it got me very, very emotional. Like, very emotional. To the point where I was like, you know, bite your lip and hold yourself together, Dave. Was we were coming towards the end of the second set. And, well, I thought we were about to do Little Wing. We weren't about to do Little Wing. We were about to play Monsters, but my dyslexic mind decided to skip Monsters on the set list, and I was like, "Now we're going to do Little Wing." And Kira turned to John Joe and was like, "Is he mad? It's Monsters next, isn't it?" And John Joe was like, "Dave, it's not." I was like, "Oh!" And I realised my mistake, and then so I said, "Oh, okay." So I said, "Our next song we're going to play is Monsters," and the crowd erupted. It's getting me now. To have a response like that before you've even played the song, I can't even describe that. I actually cannot describe that. To hear people go nuts about a song you have even played yet, and then when you finish it, the place explodes. That's something that I will never forget last night about that. That was really heavy in the most amazing way possible. And I would say we played every song off the album last night, and we played some others as well, with a couple of covers. And to have your original songs go down as well as covers, it does. It gets you. It really does get you. And yeah, like I say, you just have to kind of like. It made my day yesterday, and I was just when I said the next song's called Monsters. Whew. Gets you. Really does. Anyway. Like I say, massive thanks to anyone who came out and saw us. Massive thanks to the Flying Circus, Tony and everyone at Flying Circus. Massive thanks to Kira. Massive thanks to John Joe. Massive thanks to Kira's parents as well for coming and enjoying the gig, and everyone else who came. Yeah, it was spot on. It really was. And yeah, really looking forward to the next one. I was talking to my dad about it last night, and he said that's the tough one out the way. You know, it should ease up from this point on. And I hope so, because it was tough last night to get through that gig. But like I say, we did it, you know, and it was great. It really was. Like, you know, we were together, we were a unit, and it was, you know, it did what it needed to do. It really did. I'm losing the ability to speak words now that make any sense, so I'm going to get off. But anyway, thank you very much indeed. I hope you enjoyed this little gig vlog. Like I say, it only happened last night. I'm putting this up literally the next day because that's kind of what I want to do with gig vlogs, if I can. You know, some days, like if a gig's on a Saturday or something like that, it might be on the Sunday. I don't, or the Monday. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see where we are. But I will try and get gig vlogs up as close to the gig as I can, just so you can kind of see what's going on. And like I say, I'm not going to put loads of live footage in these vlogs. It's not what these vlogs are about. These vlogs are about just like, you know, you seeing what's going on behind the scenes kind of thing and stuff like that, because we need you to come out and see us live. We need your support in the live arena, if you will. You know, we need it there more than we can posting live footage on YouTube and stuff like that. So that's like the gig vlogs are more for the kind of behind the scenes kind of stuff, getting to the gig, all the, you know, sound check and kind of all the waffle in between that kind of thing. And if something like, you know, like say the live footage I put up to, in this video of Kira going off into the crowd, I mean, stuff like that has to be in gig vlogs. You know what I mean? That's the stuff that's really, really cool. And me and Kira did that twice last night. We went off into the crowd twice. As you can see, I ended up on the balcony in the last one, and you know, she was off into the crowd. And I still love the fact that somehow we got back to the stage at pretty much the exact same time. Like, you know, that wasn't choreographed or anything like that. Not that we don't do that. And it just blew my mind how, like, you know, as I was coming down the stairs, she was getting back onto the stage. It's the most insane kind of like thing. It's so good. Anyway, my favourite bit, actually, before I go, I'll tell you this. My favourite bit of going off stage, though, was when we did... I can't remember what song it was now. I literally don't remember what song it was now. But we were doing the song, and I'd gone off stage, and at the Flying Circus to the right, there's a door, and then there's an alleyway where you can go down it, and you can come back into the front of the pub. And so I went out the door, went down the alleyway, and came into the front of the pub, let myself in through the front doors, and I was stood there playing. And the best part was, no one knew I was there. So I was stood at the back of the crowd, playing away, obviously, like, you know, on wireless, able to hear what I'm playing. And everyone's just kind of like, you know, kind of watching the band, you know, because, and little did I know, Kira had come off the stage one. Kira was walking through the crowd at that point in time. And I just remember as, like, she's walking through, obviously people are turning to look, you know, where's she going kind of thing. And then as they turn, and, like, you know, then there's me at the back, well, front of the pub, like, hi. That made me chuckle, that one did. I like that one. That was good. That was good. Anyway, thank you indeed for watching. I hope it has been somewhat enjoyable, and I'll see you again very soon. Well, we'll see you again somewhat very, very, very soon. Like I said, our next gig is in Newbury on some date. I've got it written on that, so I don't have to remember. But yeah, next gig is Real Ale Festival in Newbury, which should be really, really cool. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, and then we got Yardbirds after that, and then we've got the Cornwall Festival after that. I can't believe we're playing a festival in Cornwall. And then I think it's the album launch, if nothing else comes up before then. Crikey. Yeah, and next single is coming out on the 20th of next month. So next single, 20th of next month. There's teasers and videos and stuff coming up anyway. And yeah, and is there anything else to say? No. Pre-order's still available, by the way. Description box below. If you want to pre-order the album, description box below. We have, as I say, t-shirts, vinyl, and CDs. There will be stuff that you can only get from us from gigs in the new year. But, well, maybe. I don't know. We don't know where we're going with this stuff yet. But we'll at this point in time, we're still figuring stuff out. You know, it's still very kind of like, Anyway, I'm going to get off because I've been talking for far too long. Thank you very much indeed, and I'll see you again. We'll see you again. Stop saying that. That's a habit from my other channel. But we'll see you again very soon. Thank you very much indeed from me, Kira, and John Joe. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. How many times do you have to say thank you very much indeed? Thank you very much indeed.